Hello, it's Dr. John Raymond Baker of Baker Chiropractic in Longview. I'm a chiropractic doc. Normally on my videos I'm talking about health related issues or something that's generally about health or fitness or something like that. Today I'm going to deviate from that and just make a couple of comments about something that has come up in the news, and that is the Spying on Americans program. The systematic archiving and storing and monitoring of us via email, phone calls, Facebook, sites that we visit, everything. And apparently they have this huge facility in Utah that's about 1 million square feet with a giant database. And you know, people say, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, why do you care about them monitoring and recording you? Well, for those folks I would say, why don't you put a camera in your bathroom so the government can watch literally everything you're doing. I think those folks would mind that. I don't think they would want that, because privacy is something that Americans historically have found is very important to them. And another thing that's very important to us is the Fourth Amendment, the right against searches and seizures that are unreasonable and warrantless. And basically, when they take the whole nation's communications through digital means, and that you have a folder on you and your mother has a folder on her and your kids have a folder on them, so that everything you say or do is being recorded, that's creepy. And in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a constitutional lawyer, but in my opinion it violates the Fourth Amendment. And if it violates the Fourth Amendment, it's illegal. And if it's illegal, you shouldn't be doing it, especially the government and especially with our tax money. And what I read was that the government has, now that they're outed by Edward Snowden, they have no intention of slowing down or stopping. They're going to go full blast, continuing to put their fingers into every nook and cranny of our lives that they can. Well, I find this offensive. I find it obscene. And as a citizen, I'm really tired of our Fourth Amendment rights being treated as if they don't exist. You know, supposedly, according to the Supreme Court and according to Marbury versus Madison decision, the Constitution is the main law, the highest law of the land, and any law or act or anything like that that contradicts or goes against what the Constitution says is supposed to be null and void. So the Patriot Act, if it violates the Constitution, should be null and void. And if they're using Section 215 of the Patriot Act to justify or give legal reason for what they're doing, then they need to find something in the Constitution that says that we can be recorded and tracked and traced without any guilt. Most Americans, I don't believe, are terrorists. Most Americans, I don't believe, are criminals. But most Americans are being tracked, traced, monitored, recorded, surveilled, whatever term you want to use, through all means possible. And my opinion as an individual, as a citizen, is that it's got to stop. And that treating Edward Snowden as if he's a criminal when he's a whistleblower and deserves whistleblower protections is wrong, patently wrong, because it has a chilling effect on anyone else who discovers the government is doing things to rob us of our rights, so that if you go after him, then the next whistleblower will be afraid to release information or to blow the whistle. So, from me to you, let's see Edward Snowden for the man he is, a guy that walked away from a $200,000 a year job living in Hawaii, a life, you know, arguably better than a lot of us, to just because he wanted this violation of our privacy to be outed and that he believes it should stop. And if we don't do anything to protect him or to protect our privacy, then what kind of citizens are we? Thanks for watching my video and listening to my opinion. Have a great day. Bye-bye.